स्वागत छ दर्शकवृन्द, यहाँहरू हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लस र आज छौँ हामी बन्ड युनिभर्सिटीमा। गोल्ड कोस्ट एरियामा अवस्थित सबैभन्दा ठुलो युनिभर्सिटी बन्ड युनिभर्सिटी पनि रहेको छ र आज हामी बन्ड युनिभर्सिटी एक्सप्लोर गर्नेछौँ। यहाँ के कस्ता फेसिलिटिज रहेका छन् भनेर अवलोकन पनि गर्नेछौँ, सँगसँगै फ्याकल्टी मेम्बर स्टुडेन्टसँग इन्टरेक्ट पनि गर्नेछौँ। सो आजको सम्पूर्ण एपिसोड डेडिकेटेड हुनेछ बन्ड युनिभर्सिटीतर्फ। हामी बन्ड युनिभर्सिटी घुम्दैछौँ र तपाईले देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ यो सेन्ट्रल हब मेरो पछाडि रहेको छ। यहाँ चाहिँ ग्रोसरीहरू पनि पाइन्छ स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूको लागि, सँगसँगै देयर इज अ पब अल्सो स्टुडेन्ट्सलाई सोसलाइज गर्नका लागि, अनि यतापट्टि चाहिँ अकोमोडेसनहरू पनि अभाइलेबल रहेछ। सो इफ द स्टुडेन्ट्स डु डिसाइड कि होइन म चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटीभित्रै बस्छु भनेर उहाँले सोच्नुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ त्यो पनि उहाँले गर्न पाउनुहुन्छ र एकदमै ब्युटिफुल युनिभर्सिटी पनि रहेको छ। दिस इज भेरी भेरी प्लेजेन्ट। आजको वेदर एकदमै सनी, एकदमै रमाइलो पनि रहेको छ। देयर इज अ वाटर बडी अल्सो हियर, जसले गर्दाखेरि यो होल एटमोस्फियरलाई अझ राम्रो बनाएको पनि छ। स्टुडेन्ट अकोमोडेसन उता पनि अभाइलेबल रहेको छ, विभिन्न अफिसेसहरू रहेका छन् यता, एन्ड एकदमै पिक्चरस्क, एकदमै काम एन्ड पिसफुल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट पनि रहेको छ बन्ड युनिभर्सिटीमा यतापट्टि। विभिन्न ठाउँमा चाहिँ टेबल चेयरहरू राखेर स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूको इन्टरेक्सनका लागि धेरै सजिलो पनि बनाएको छ। स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू चाहिँ अघि मैले भने जस्तै यहाँ क्याम्पसभित्र पनि बस्न सक्छन् अथवा क्याम्पस बाहिर पनि बस्न सक्छन्। एन्ड फर स्टुडेन्ट्स ट्रान्सपोर्टेसन एकदमै सजिलो पनि छ। यहाँ बसेस राइट इन फ्रन्ट अफ द युनिभर्सिटी नै एउटा बस स्टप पनि रहेको छ। इफ स्टुडेन्ट्स हेभ देयर ओन राइड, फर इक्जाम्पल साइकल छ भने साइकल पार्क पनि गरेर उहाँहरू आउन सक्नुहुन्छ। ओभरअल भेरी भेरी beautiful university. हामीले यता बन्ड युनिभर्सिटीमा चाहिँ एकजना नेपाली विद्यार्थी फेला पारेका छौँ। ईश्वर, नमस्ते, तपाईँलाई स्वागत छ।
थ्याङ्क यू।
सो आफ्नो युनिभर्सिटीको बारेमा पनि हामीलाई अलिकति जानकारी दिनुहोस् न, कस्तो छ, के छ भनेर।
हजुर, बन्ड चाहिँ वान अफ दि रिनाउन्डै अस्ट्रेलियामा मात्रै नभएर चाहिँ हाम्रो एसिया पेसिफिक रिजनमा चाहिँ वान अफ दि बेस्ट युनिभर्सिटीको रूपमा चिनिन्छ। अनि यसको यही प्रोजेक्ट म्यानेजमेन्ट भन्ने कोर्स चाहिँ रिनाउन्ड छ। हजुरको पोर्टफोलियोहरूदेखि लिएर सबै कुरामा चाहिँ गर्न सकिन्छ। त्यही भएर अनि जे होस् लोकेसनको हिसाबमा पनि अब ग्रिनी एरियाहरूको साइडमा छ, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि नेपालको नेस्टर पनि मिताउँछ।
तपाईँले त यहाँ आएर यस्तो प्रेस्टिजियस होइन बन्ड युनिभर्सिटीमा पढि पनि राख्नु भएको छ, एक हिसाबको एक्सपिरियन्स पनि भइसकेको छ। जति पनि नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरू अहिले चाहिँ आफ्नो तयारी गरिराख्नु भएको छ अस्ट्रेलिया आएर पढ्ने भनेर, तपाईँको भोगाइको हिसाबले चाहिँ के सजेसन दिनुहुन्छ त उहाँलाई, यो कुरा चाहिँ गर्नुहोस्, यो कुरा नगर्नुहोस् भनेर?
आफ्नो रिसर्च गर्नुहोस्, कुन युनिभर्सिटी ठिक हुन्छ, रिजनल भनेको के हो, किनकि यहाँनिर पढाइसकेपछि आफ्नो करियरको पनि आउँछ। त्यही भएर ठ्याक्कै आफ्नो बेस जुन छ त्यसमै नै पढाइ लिएर जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्छ। तर नेपालको पढाइको हिसाबमा र यहाँ गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ फरक छ चाहिँ असाइनमेन्ट्सहरू टाइममा सबै कुरा मिटिङहरूदेखि साथीहरूसँग लिएर डिस्कसनहरू गरेर गर्दै कुराहरू छन् त्यही भएर त्यो पोजिटिभली लिँदाखेरि हुन्छ भने चाहिँ सकेसम्म रिजनल एरिया गोल्ड कोस्टै सजेस्ट गर्छु
गोल्ड कोस्ट नै आउनु भन्नुहुन्छ हामीले यो क्याम्पस हेरिराख्दाखेरि पनि यता अब स्टुडेन्ट अकोमोडेसन पनि क्याम्पसभित्रै रहेछ यहाँ त रेस्टुरेन्ट अनि पब पनि छ भनेर हामीलाई खबर गर्नुभएको थियो होइन यो सोसलाइजिङ चाहिँ कस्तो छ अब यति धेरै देशबाट विद्यार्थीहरू अवश्य पनि आउनुहुन्छ युनिभर्सिटीमा होइन एक हिसाबको ग्लोबल सिटिजन बन्नलाई धेरै मद्दत पनि गर्छ होला यस्तो इन्टरेक्सनले के भन्नुहुन्छ तपाईँ चाहिँ अब यस्तो सोसलाइजिङ त्यस्तो कतिको गरिराख्नु भएको छ कस्तो कस्तो इभेन्टहरू हुन्छ त यहाँ विद्यार्थीहरूको लागि
डाइभर्स कल्चर चाहिँ अब यहाँनिर म्याक्सिमम् सर्भिस भन्दाखेरि पनि यस्तै हाम्रो जस्तै इन्टरनेसनल स्टुडेन्टहरू छ किनकि बोनको रेपुटेसनै त्यस्तै खालको छ वेलकमिङै छन् सबैजना किनकि हामी जस्तो सबैलाई नै न्यू एक्सपिरियन्स पनि हुन्छ कसैले हेल्पफुल हुन्छन् सबैजना रिच आउट गर्छन् के चाहिँ सहयोग चाहियो भनेर भन्छन् नट ओन्ली प्रोफेसर्स कि स्टुडेन्ट्स पनि किनकि उनीहरूलाई पनि नयाँ एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ नि त
गोल्ड कोस्ट त अस्ट्रेलियाभरिकै मान्छेहरूको लागि पनि एउटा ट्राभल डेस्टिनेसनको रूपमा पनि हो होइन धेरैजना त यहाँ भेकेसन मनाउन आउनुहुन्छ घुम्न आउनुहुन्छ तपाईँ त यस्तो भेकेसन स्पटमा नै पढिराख्नु भएको छ होइन तपाईँ चाहिँ कति घुम्ने मौका पाउनु भएको छ त
हजुर थोरै घुम्ने चाहिँ त्यस्तो साह्रो अब पहिले पनि घुमफिर गर्ने मान्छे होइन तर अब भन्नुपर्दाखेरि लाइक नयाँ ठाउँ हो जहाँ गए पनि घुमेकै जस्तो लाग्छ सुरुमा त तर एक दुईवटा ठाउँ गएँ क्याम्पिङ गएँ क्याम्पिङहरूमा नेपालकै जस्तै नै ठाउँ पाहाड जस्तोमा गएँ अनि अब समुद्र हाम्रो लागि त ल्यान्डलक कन्ट्री भएपछि सबै कुरा
नयाँ भयो
समुद्रहरूमा जाने डेस्टिनेसन टन्नै छ Q1 टावर भन्ने छ टप 5 अफ द टलेस्ट बिल्डिङ छ त्यहाँबाट भ्यूहरू हेर्न सकिन्छ अनि राम्रो छ लाइक सबै कुरा नयाँ एक्सपिरियन्स छ क्या अब लाइक हुन्छ नि जोयफुल पनि भइन्छ अनि स्ट्यान्ड आउट पनि लाइक छ सबै कुरा नै
तपाईँसँग कुरा गरिराख्दाखेरि पनि एकदमै हँसिलो पनि हुनुहुँदो रहेछ होइन एकदम रमाइलो माहौल पनि बनाइदिनु भयो तपाईँले यो कुराकानीको तपाईँलाई हामी अल द भेरी बेस्ट पनि भन्न चाहन्छौँ इन्फो प्लसको टिमबाट यसरी होइन नेपालबाट आएर यस्तो राम्रो युनिभर्सिटीमा विद्यार्थी नेपाली विद्यार्थी भेटेर कुरा गर्न पाउँदा हामी पनि धेरै खुसी भयौँ यहाँलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद थ्याङ्क यू युनिभर्सिटीको एकदमै पपुलर स्पटको ठिक अगाडि छौँ हामी द आर्क सो यहाँ चाहिँ एकदमै पिक्चरेस्क प्लेस पनि रहेको छ यो इट्स भेरी भेरी ब्युटिफुल आज एकदमै राम्रो दिन पनि रहेको छ हरियाली पनि धेरै छ देयर इज अ वाटर बडिज जसले गर्दा एकदमै शीतलता पनि प्रदान गरेको छ सो आई थिङ्क ओभरअल द आर्किटेक्ट द लेआउट द ल्यान्डस्केप अफ द युनिभर्सिटी इज भेरी भेरी ब्युटिफुल And we're also talking to some of the faculties here at Bond University. किन चाहिँ Bond University अरू universities भन्दा छुट्टै छ त भन्ने प्रश्नको उत्तर हामी खोज्ने तयारीमा छौँ मसँग हुनुहुन्छ recruitment director Lisa. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for giving us your time and having this conversation with me.
Very excited to have you on the Gold Coast and at the Bond University campus on such a beautiful day.
I know, we are beyond excited to be here. The campus is absolutely gorgeous. There's greenery everywhere. There are water bodies. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I wish I could be a student, so I would need to, I think, scroll through the different courses that you offer. Maybe let's start by saying a few things or key aspects about Bond University.
Yes, well, Bond University is deliberately different.
Yes.
We're Australia's first private not-for-profit institution. And a lot of people wonder, what does that really mean for a student? What it does mean is that we are independent. We can do a lot of things that other universities cannot. And from a student perspective, it really means that all of the funding, all of the money that they pay towards their tuition goes straight back into their student experience. So that's really what we're about at Bond University, is making that student experience as fantastic as possible and helping our students achieve the best outcomes.
What do you have to say, or why is diversity so important at Bond University?
You know, we're only 33 years old as a university, so we're a young university, and diversity has been an important feature of Bond from day one. we say that a third of our students come from around the globe, a third of them come from other parts of Australia, and a third come from our backyards, the Gold Coast. The diversity is critical to who we are at Bond. We have 90 different countries represented on campus, and that's excellent from a student experience. That the opinions, the diversity of where the students come from and the experiences they've had bring vibrancy to the classroom. It brings different ideas, and collaborating with students from across the world, it gives the students a really holistic outlook on next steps for them. It also means that they have a global network for life. So we say once a Bondi, always a Bondi. Our university graduates are, they have global connections for life, and that's really important because we know that students are not looking to always just return to their home country. They may want to experience and stay on in Australia to work, to go to the US, to go to the UK. Really, the world is their oyster.
So from someone who is a part of one of the best universities in Gold Coast, what would you have to say to our Nepali students, or how would you encourage them to just explore a bit more?
Absolutely. Well, we tell all students to get outside your comfort zone. Many students have heard of Sydney, they've heard of Melbourne, they may have friends or family that have studied and lived in those cities. And Australia is a fantastic place to be, but Queensland and the Gold Coast offer some really exciting opportunities for students. First of all, the weather is amazing, so it's beautiful, you can't deny that.
Yes.
We do have a lot of space in Queensland, so getting out and about and being able to enjoy the environment, whether it's the rainforest, if it's the surf, and of course it's the jobs.
Yes.
Students are looking for outcomes, and sometimes that can be quite challenging in crowded cities.
Right.
The Gold Coast is Australia's fifth largest city and growing quite significantly, but it's still a fun playground where students can enjoy work and play.
Right.
They can have the best of both worlds. Industry is really growing on the Gold Coast, so in terms of those job opportunities, many of our Nepalese students are looking at studying project management, construction, business, finance. Those are growing industries in Queensland as well as on the Gold Coast. And of course, the Olympics are not that far away.
Yes.
That brings, it's less than 10 years now. That brings real opportunity to any student that's looking to study in this environment and potentially stay on to work, because the jobs that activities like the Olympics bring are
phenomenal.
Are fantastic.
Yes. Thank you so much, Lisa, for taking the time out and hosting us in your fabulous university, and definitely would like to take this message across to many of the international students, many of the Nepali students who are actually exploring Australia to maybe make it their next destination for study or make it their next home. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
With me, the stunning Carrie Valentine. She's the Director of Student Success and Wellbeing. And I wouldn't be wrong if I say you've spent almost your entire life dedicated to the education industry, because you were a teacher, started in the 1980s, then you went to Hong Kong, did 17 years of teaching there, and then now you are in Australia, 15 years doing education, teaching, and moving into management now, right?
Yes, correct.
Quality education is the one factor that definitely attracts a lot of students into selecting their university. But how does Bond University actually guarantee that academic success?
Well, we do a lot of things, and we try to be as complete and total in our approach to student success as possible. So success is judged by how well you manage every aspect of your learning and how you manage yourself while you're here. So for us, we look at a lot of things like we have student well-being advisors who really focus on the mental health of the students, but also look at the aspects that can affect their learning. Like Maybe they need some learning modifications and they need a learning access plan. Maybe they need some additional support in the academic space. And so we have academic skills teams that will work with them one-on-one, small group. We do a lot of highly individualized work, which is a different university model because we are a smaller university with a very high student-staff ratio. So like we have, for every student, we've got about 4 staff.
The university also welcomes a lot of different students from a lot of different backgrounds and cultures and countries, right? And it must be really daunting for a really young student to travel far away from their hometown or country into a foreign land. How does the university help them adjust into this new environment and new space?
That's a good question because we have a very international mix here as well. And what we do is right from before they arrive, we make sure that we give a lot of information on what life they can expect from life here in Australia and in particular the Gold Coast. We look at a lot of our residential living and how we can support them in that space. But also our orientation is very much focused on what they must know and what they need to know to succeed. And then it doesn't stop there. We do a lot of events throughout the semester that are really aimed at international students in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does Bond maybe help the students get ahead in their professional life as well?
Well, that's a point of great pride here at Bond. We have a network of career development counselors and support, and they work really hard at matching students. They've got internships. We're really busy doing placements and internships for students. We can do it through the Career Development Center. They work with faculty. If there are study requirements for placement, we work with that as well. We help the students get part-time jobs when they're here. They could be career related or it could be something that they're exploring to see if that's a potential interest. Because the Gold Coast is such a destination for tourists, there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of work, particularly in hospitality.
All the Nepali students who are thinking about coming to Australia, exploring different cities, different area, how would you ask them to come to the Gold Coast and specifically to Bond University?
Well, I don't think I need to sell it too hard. Just look around here.
Yes, it's fabulous.
It's beautiful. We do a really good job not only of welcoming the students to campus, but also to the Gold Coast generally. Study Gold Coast has an amazing hub for students. You get to visit so many places while you're here, but we also work really hard at Bond to make sure that the students are not lost in the crush.
Right.
We're very personalized in our approach. We know our students, we work hard to understand them, and yeah, we're here for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this lovely conversation.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
युनिभर्सिटी घुम्दा घुम्दै हामीले अर्को स्टुडेन्ट पनि भेटाइसकेका छौं. I have
It's my pleasure.
So we are at the ornamental lawn here at Bond University. I think quite the place for people to just chill. I see people just sleeping, taking a sun bath around. So this is quite a popular spot, I believe.
Yes, because it's a sunny weather and it's a spring season currently. It's a perfect weather you can experience at the Gold Coast at the moment.
When you came here,
Yes.
for your last semester, how did you feel? How was or how is the Gold Coast experience?
Okay. So whatever Bond University advertised, it was all true. With 2-year degree, that teacher and student ratio, that personalization and acknowledging the student that they're not just a number, they are a name. I mean, in India, we always call people with sir, ma'am, professor, give the title and respect. But here, it's very friendly. It's like they are my sister or siblings.
Right.
And that really makes me, recognized, important.
Yes.
And as a student in this competitive world, it's really important because it's a lot of pressure. It is accelerated degree, so you have to be on your pulse at every moment. So that kind of attachment made me stay back and continue on with my next coming adventure, which is my honors. So I loved, but with Gold Coast, as they advertised 360 days of sunshine, but it was not this year, it was really rainfall. But right now it's perfect and I'm not regretting my decision at all.
So to students, back in Nepal and India, that region, who do want to explore living abroad, being an independent, getting that international degree, but Gold Coast might not be in their radar, what would you tell them, or how would you encourage them to actually, just think out of the box and maybe explore options that they haven't thought of yet?
I would really prefer students to step out of their comfort zone because what we live in is not the entire world. This age is really perfect to explore everything and gain lots of experiences because studies have shown that from people who are in the range of 20 to 30 age, they are more accustomed and they can
adapt more
to
easily.
changes. Yes. And people who are older tend not to do that so easily. So I would tell you to come here and especially why Bond, because it's a very small campus, everything's within reach. You don't get tired walking around the campus at all. Compared to Sydney or Melbourne, it's not that expensive to stay as well.
Right.
It's not that cold, because we know in India it does get a lot extreme hot in summers and extreme cold in winters, and it's like very balanced here with the wind and a beach right just 15 minutes away from the campus, so it's all balanced and beautiful.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Thank you very much. दर्शकवृन्द, यहाँले पनि सुनिहाल्नुभयो फर्स्ट ह्यान्ड एक्सपिरियन्स हाम्रो स्टुडेन्टको यहाँ बन्ड युनिभर्सिटीमा पढिराख्नु भएको छ। एक्सेलरेटेड कोर्स, एक्सेलरेटेड डिग्री पनि रहेको छ। द वेदर इज रियली नाइस भन्नुहुन्छ, बिच पनि नजिकै छ, तपाईँलाई यसो रिफ्रेसमेन्ट इन्जोयमेन्ट चाहियो भने पनि। सो हाम्रो नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरू पनि तपाईँले चाहिँ अप्सन्स एक्सप्लोर गर्न खोजिराख्नु भएको छ भने चाहिँ बन्ड युनिभर्सिटी माइट बी द डेस्टिनेसन द्याट यु आर लुकिङ फर।
Info Plus, for genuine information.